You may want to pause the video and have a go at this exercise, which is asking, is 32 a multiple of 8? Is 42 a multiple of 8? Now I'm going to show a division-based approach to answering these two questions. Is 32 a multiple of 8? Well, rather than writing out the multiplication table, what you can do, you can take the 32 and you can divide it by 8 and you get the answer of 4. It is then a question of looking at this result and seeing that it is a whole number. Now, if it is a whole number, it means when we ask this question, is 32 a multiple of 8? The answer is yes, because the result gave us a whole number. The 8 divided into the 32 exactly. There was no remainder. This question is asking, is 42 a multiple of 8? Take the 42 and you divide it by 8. And this will give us 5 with the remainder of 2. Because 8 times 5 is 40. And there's the 2 left over because we've got the number 42. If you wish to write this down differently, you can write it down as 5 2/8. The 2 is put on the top and the 8 is on the bottom because that's what you're dividing with. And of course, 5 2/8 can be written as 5 1/4 because you can divide the 2 by 2 to give 1 and you can divide the 8 by 2 to give 4, so you get 5 1/4. And as a decimal fraction, that's 5.25. Now, whichever way you choose to write this down, the key is that all of these representations are showing you a number that is not a whole number. Now, if it's not a whole number, then we can say that this here is not a multiple. 42 is not a multiple of 8. So the question, is 42 a multiple of 8? And the answer is no, of course. What we could have done, we could have simply said when we divided 42 by 8, we got a remainder. As soon as we find out there's a remainder, we know it's not a multiple. So it wasn't really necessary to write out 5 2/8, 5 1/4, and 5.25. That's what you're really looking for, whether there's a remainder.